I think worrying is going to ruin your life. Okay, that might be a little extreme, but to be honest, it's not helping anything. And there are actually a couple tips and tricks you can pick up so you don't have to worry about worrying at all. Worrying about the future is something all of us are going to experience. I mean, it's really natural to think ahead to college, the end of the season, or a big game. But that type of thinking could become problematic. Constant worry about what could happen can really affect your physical and mental well-being. It takes you out of the moment and you're no longer fully engaged. I mean, we've all know what the feeling of being worried is like, but what's actually happening inside your body when it happens? From a high level, excessive worry tackles three target areas: our sleep, our mental well-being, and our performance levels. Let's take a look at these in order, the first one being sleep. The stress and anxiety of constantly overthinking can make it really hard to turn our brains off and actually fall asleep. You spend the whole night tossing and turning, and by the time morning comes, you're exhausted. And if this happens over time, we're gonna build up some serious sleep debt. Recently, there's been a lot of studies on what sleep debt is and how to recover. They found that missing sleep during the week and trying to catch up on the weekends actually has little to no effect on overall recovery. But it's going to affect more than just our sleep. Worrying has potential to cause headaches, upset stomach, muscle cramps. You start adding these on top of not getting any sleep, and it's going to lead to some serious exhaustion. This is going to end up taking its toll in practice, in school, or potentially even in a game. So besides the physical stuff, what's going to happen to our mental state? Well, chronic worrying is going to make it really hard to focus on what's actively going on. If we're thinking about what could happen, we're not focusing on what's actively happening in training. This is where it's going to start to impact our confidence and our self-esteem. We could put ourselves in a pretty negative headspace and think we're not actually good enough, putting our skill level far below where it actually is, putting us at a massive disadvantage. If you think you're gonna fail, chances are you probably will. How do we stay in the present without overthinking about the future? Living in the present can be tough. It takes some conscious effort and a shift in mindset. But if we start to focus on what we can control, we'll give our minds some moments of peace. We actually already have a video on controlling the controllables. I'll link down to that in the description down below if you want to learn a little bit more. But to summarize it quickly, there are various strategies you could use, like meditation or setting realistic short-term goals, as well as visualization. It's important that everybody finds their own way to calm their mind so that we have a tangible process in the event that these situations arise. So let's set a game plan. Let's say we've got a big game coming up. Let's focus on the two easy things we can control: sleep and diet. Getting good sleep every night leading up to the game, eating a balanced diet to give us the energy we need, and staying hydrated, these are all easy. Next, when we start to think that all the things are going to go wrong, we're going to use visualization to mentally rehearse these scenarios. We imagine ourselves successfully working through all of these possibilities in game. And then finally, we want to give ourselves some time to relax and meditate. This gives our brain some time to come down before we have to lock in. Running through this checklist before the game is going to keep us relaxed, keep our confidence high, and keep us locked in and focused on what's important. We can't perform our best or enjoy the game if we're constantly worrying about everything that could go wrong. Instead, we should really focus on what we can control and have a much happier life. Thanks for watching. And if you want to learn more about the mental game, you can check out our mindset training series. We cover everything an athlete needs on and off the field. There's a link to that in the description down below. And if there's something you want us to cover in our next video, leave a comment.